Hello everyone and welcome, and for the first time Painted Dog TV is live from the United States. I'm from New York City, from Manhattan even. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday so far. Of course, we just wanted to have a quick chat about what's been happening with the wild dogs and the Bomas. So I'm not going to dilly-dally too long. Hello Barbara, Connie, Di, I also got here Ian, if I've missed anyone, Carol, Elsa, Brandy, Michael, if I've missed anyone, sorry. But yes, so we're just going to quickly get into it. So, as we know, in conservation, not everything works perfectly every time. And unfortunately, the bonding of the five males and the 3 females from Salati did not work. Now, we've had long, extensive conversations with EWT and other experts. There is normally about a 20% failure rate when it comes to that. And in almost all of those circumstances, the males end up killing the females. And unfortunately, that is what happened this time. We do have a plan, and it's very, very interesting. And even in failure, there is things to be learned, and often in failure there's better things to be learned. And what is coming out of the information from this bonding and other bondings has brought some relatively new evidence, and with a lot of scientific stuff, it takes a long time before you can sort of make a conclusion. But it looks like during the denning, or the mating season, not the denning season, sorry, the failure rate increases a little bit, and there's more aggression. Now that could be to do with the females coming into estrus, the males getting really excited, and also being in a confined space where the females can't get away. So unfortunately, that seems to be what has happened in this situation, that the males did kill the females. They killed 2 of the females, and then the 3rd female was so badly injured that we had to bring in Joel, and we euthanized her. So it is very, very sad, but these things do happen, and we have learned very interesting and important information from it going forward. So it is, again, a learning curve. Now, of course, bumped the table. Normally, a lot of these things happen in places where we don't have access to, and it's all big secrets, and it's not sort of widely publicized outside of the scientific and conservation community. Now, of course, we at Painted Dog strive to always tell the truth, and that's why we are telling you the truth in what has happened now. Now, this is something that does happen in these circumstances. There have been a couple in the last couple of months of bondings that have not worked as well as they could have, or have been unsuccessful. So going forward, there are more females available. There's another thing, as I said, there's some stuff I can't go into too much detail with because EWT still haven't, and the scientists doing the papers still haven't released their reports, but they were kind enough to sort of explain it to myself and my dad. We had almost a 3.5 hour meeting with Cole from EWT at the Boma to see what we could do to make sure the next time we attempt this, it'll be more successful. So we are looking at bringing in another 3 females. These 3 females had already dispersed from a pack. They weren't with their natal pack, so they are actively looking for males, whereas the other females from Salati were still with their natal pack, so their will to breed or will to search for males might have been less. Now, again, a lot of this is very new information that's coming out, and people are working on that, and a lot of the information is actually coming from the blood work. So taking blood samples from the animals to measure their cortisol levels shows their stress levels and all those type of things. So it is very important. And as I said, even though a lot of people see this as a failure, it is not a failure. We haven't given up. It is just a learning curve, and we all learn together on that. Thanks so much, Jan. Michael, there is sometimes, again, a lot of stuff when they're measuring the blood levels and the cortisol levels and stress levels. So the cortisol measures stress, that being in the Boma for so long might have played a part. They haven't been in the Boma for long enough for that to play a part. So generally they have seen this happen in bondings, but when the animals have been in a Boma for over a year, and they actually just become very territorial about their Boma. But yeah, so it is very, very sad. But we haven't given up, and we are working on a new plan, and we might be trying something that's never been tried before. And we're in a unique situation with our relationship with EWT, with Contemplate Wild, with the Rietspruit Game Reserve, that we are able to try things that have never been done. So I can't go into too much detail about it, but we will definitely be trying to bring in more females, and we will be trying a bonding, whether we do a bonding the same way we did it this time, or we try something different. We will have to wait and see, and that will obviously be up to the call from the scientists, from Cole and Grant and people like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the updates. I just wanted to make sure you guys got told from us and didn't manage to find it out third hand. Now, this did happen a while ago. The reason we haven't come out about it yet is we were waiting for the scientific report and the papers from Cole with a proper explanation. Now, unfortunately, there is some sensitive information in that report, so we cannot share it publicly. So I'm just sharing the parts of that report we can. But yeah, so very, very sad. But it is one of those things. Janine, there is an amount of sort of aggression during... I think I'm getting into the shade here. Maybe I should just do that. there is a certain amount of aggression that happens naturally during the bonding process, and particularly in the mating process with the males biting the females. That is normal. So in a boma that is as thick as that boma is, it was quite difficult for us to see exactly when everything happened. But we are making plans now to open up that boma more, so we will have more visibility. We will be able to monitor the animals more carefully. Yeah, so Michael, the boys are definitely not stressed about being in the boma. You can actually see that from their reactions when we come to feed. The fact that they run up to our feet and stuff like that is a very good sign. The fact that the females weren't was a sort of warning sign, but again, not that uncommon. Our pleasure, Betty. Yeah, thanks. And obviously it is very, 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 very sad, and we will work hard to make sure that we do get a successful bonding in the future. My pleasure, Di. No problem, Brandy. Yes, Michael, on a different note, more hard-loaded. Brent is an unfamiliar territory, a concrete bushveld, yes, as you can see. We have seen some wildlife here on the terrace. We've had some mourning doves. We had a blue jay yesterday, some flying rats, and a domestic cat. Is what we have seen from the balcony so far, and a crow. But last time I was here, I did see a peregrine falcon in this area, so there's always a chance of seeing something interesting. But now I'm quite sure you're much more excited to go see what animals are out in the African bush with Gareth. So we're going to jump away from New York, and for the first time in Paint Dog TV's history, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm sending you from New York City back to the bushveld of South Africa.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Africa. Welcome back to South Africa, and particularly the beautiful Rietspruit Game Reserve, the place we call home. Tough news, everybody. Obviously, I've known about it for quite some time. We all have, and as Brent explained, we just needed to wait for the EWT, the scientists, to conclude their findings before we could share anything with you. We owe them that respect, and we of course have the utmost respect for all of you. So thank you, Brent, for that transparency. Thank you for sharing that now with all of our viewers. I literally have goosebumps right now just thinking about it again, everybody. So yeah, it's been tough. The last couple of weeks have been tough. We've all been pretty down, to be honest, with all of the effort that we put in, all of the effort that everybody put in to try and make that bonding process a success. And obviously, the 3 females that have now lost their lives in this process. We feel horrible about it, but yeah, like Brent has said, that's conservation for you. It never goes to plan. It does a lot of the time, but some of the time it doesn't. And I am certainly grateful to be involved in projects like these. I know we all are. Andrew's sitting behind me, everybody, and yeah, it's not always easy, but it's the not so easy work that drives us. And of course, we strive to try and make change and make a difference, and we're very grateful for all of you who support us, our pack members, everybody. And so yes, we will not stop. We will keep going, and Brent explained it all to you, what the plans are for now. We'll keep you updated with everything that goes on in terms of acquiring the new females to try this process again. And I cannot wait to do it again and just keep trying, and hopefully it won't be too long before we can bond the pack and release them onto this amazing game reserve. I know that Brent has already said hello to a lot of you, but yeah, welcome everybody. Let's get stuck into a beautiful afternoon drive. It's a lovely temperature right now. It's only about 28 degrees Celsius here. I know it's a lot colder where Brent is and where some of you are, but I'm grateful for the cooler conditions here today. hoping that it might lead to something exciting out here. It always does. We are going to do what Gareth loves doing best, and we're going to search for a leopard. But of course, we'll see what else comes across our path this afternoon. Update on the Pride. The Pride are somewhere on Leadwood. Kevin has been searching for them high and low. They have moved from their previous position this morning, so we don't know exactly where they are. They were with the male lions as well. The male lions actually successfully killed an impala just behind Leadwood Dam, which is pretty cool. So the males did the hard work for a change. The cheetah boys have been located this afternoon. They are on Kaya. They have not made their return to our side of the reserve just yet, but possibilities galore out here, everybody, you know, big and small. Bit of a wind, a breeze this afternoon, so it might be a bit tough for birding. The rhinos might be a little bit on edge. I was just thinking about it actually on the way here. I'm dying to see the elephants. It's been so long since we've had a sighting of the elephants. I don't know exactly where they are right now, but I'll certainly be searching for signs of them this afternoon. But starting off pretty much from camp with you all on our side, we had a quick look around Mamba Dam. Andrew reported monkeys alarm calling just before I got to camp this afternoon. Unfortunately, no signs there. While Brent was updating you, I was on foot just checking for tracks. We drove around Mamba Dam, checked the drainage line. Nobody home. There must have been somebody there though. Probably that elusive leopard, or one of them. I love that positive outlook there, Michael. You got to remain positive, certainly in this world. And animals are amazing, how resilient they are. And if you give them a chance, they'll always fight back. This is very, very confusing. There's tracks of lions here. Tracks of lionesses here. I'll just show you all these tracks quickly. No ways. Actually looks like tracks of one lioness. Maybe Nyaleti has separated from the Pride overnight. I'll have to check with Kevin now whether or not he had the whole Pride. I think they found them this morning. Ah, Carol, I see you've asked about the cheetah cub that was seen this morning. I know nothing of that. Andrew?
They were briefly seen.
What, both cubs?
Both cubs.
Whereabouts?
On Kaya somewhere. Oh no, it was Mabai and cub.
Ah, that's amazing. Mabai and her cub.
Cheetah Mapimpan, yeah.
Incredible. And that was on Kaya?
I don't know where on Kaya.
Incredible. Okay, well there you go. That's news to me, everybody, but that's amazing news to hear that Mabai and her cub were seen. It's been a long time since we had any news of that cheetah. So you can see it back there, everybody. Sorry, I'm walking away here, just thinking about the cheetahs. But you can see where one of the lionesses, at least, has laid down on the road here, and today, literally today, it's two lionesses. There's tracks either side of the road here, and one of them lay down here. Probably sitting here watching me, laughing at me right now. Oh, monkey's going berserk back near the dam. We gotta go. This is the Pride, everybody. This is crazy. I can't believe how much ground they've covered. They were at Leadwood Dam this morning. Monkey's going berserk. Hold on tight. Andrew, don't fall off. My goodness. I still don't know how we missed an entire Pride around Mamba Dam, because we were there earlier, of course, everybody. What's that giraffe looking at? Okay, no time for the drop. Sorry, guys. Monkeys are going crazy. I want to try and get to the monkeys and figure out where they're looking. So I had no tracks of the Pride along here earlier. I would have seen them. They must have gone off back there at that point where we saw them, where they'd lay down. Monkeys are right here. Oh, damn it. This is not a fun area to go looking for anything. To be honest, everybody, I've been in here before. The last time I was in here was with Ashley, actually. And it was when we had leopards mating. It's very, very tough in there. It's a very dense block. Not saying that I'm giving up, but I don't know. Is it leopard? Is it the Pride? Obviously we have fresh tracks of the Pride here. Let's see if we can try and find a way to get in. At the top here, it's quite open. There's like a big sodic area here. Oh, there's a lion. There's a male lion on the road coming straight at us. My goodness. Where were you when I was walking around earlier? This is insane, everybody. So this male lion is busy responding to the monkey's alarm calling. He's cruising to get down here. He wants to know what the monkeys have seen. And my guess, it's the Pride. The monkeys they're right behind us, obviously, busy alarm calling. And it's probably the Pride on the move, and this guy is trying to keep up. This looks like Kinky Tail. I think it's him. The male that's most dominant at the moment. It is him. And he has been glued to Nyaleti the last week because she's been showing signs of estrus. Unbelievable. I'm sure you can all still hear the monkeys behind me, everybody. Oh, here's a lioness coming straight at us. Wow. This is epic. This is so cool. Oh my God. So we were right. It is definitely the Pride that's upset the monkeys, everybody. Or is it just Nyaleti? I'm not sure which female that was yet. I think this might just be Nyaleti on her own. Not sure. Interesting, hey? And of course, Kinky Tail's following her very closely again now. A little bit upset they've gone in there though. I don't know how I'm going to follow them in there. Why is she going down into the riverbed? See the monkeys, but it does sound like the monkeys are facing us. Their calls, you can hear, they're clearer now, so they're facing our direction. Obviously still alarm calling for that lioness and possibly the male. They might have seen him too. Wow, what a start. Unreal. I wonder if the rest of the Pride is here. Okay, like I said before, we're not going to be able to follow those two in there. But I can't see them lying down in the Deep Split River here. They're going to keep going, I reckon, and I wonder if they don't maybe go up to Mamba Dam for a drink. We're still very close to Mamba Dam here, everybody, very close to our camp. Very interesting. So now going back to the information we had from this morning, the Pride and all three males were on Leadwood this morning, close to Leadwood Dam. That's a good 4 miles from here, everybody. So obviously because of the overcast conditions we've had today, they've felt comfortable enough, these lions, these two, to wander this far south. certainly wasn't expecting that. Wow, what a start. He must have come off, off Leopardam base. I wonder if his brothers are coming from behind him, or if he's just ventured out here on his own with Nyaleti. Hard to say. It didn't look like there were tracks of the entire pride there. Possibly 2 lionesses. I saw tracks of 2 sets of tracks either side of the road, but it is possible that Nyaleti's just been going up and down here, and that's why I was fooled into thinking there were 2 animals here. So if they keep marching the way they are, they'll get across the Rietspruit River and come out on Mamba Krunkelpad, everybody. And then we might catch up with them there. But like I say, they might even head up to Mamba Dam. So let's go have a look on the other side of the riverbed here. Doesn't look like any other lionesses are coming out of the block now. Hello Volma, good to have you with us. Hello Rosemary. What a start. So exciting.
Just the vehicle there.
I know.
Rhinos have run up the riverbed. I'm going to try and relocate.
Incredible. And what was she doing in there as well? You have to wonder, hey? Was she maybe stalking? Oh, there's a lioness in front of us. This lioness has just stepped out of the block from our right, everybody. I think the pride might be here. I think they were hunting. I don't see the male. Just get a bit closer. Hello, girl. What have you been up to? No marks on the ears of this lioness. I'm also just busy having a look at her vulva, and here's another lioness. This lioness has got nicks in both ears. No, just the right ear. Here comes another lioness. The whole pride is here, everybody. Here come more, coming out of the tree line here to our right. Wow, the whole pride came down here. Unreal. Yes, that covered ground. Oh, you girls are beautiful.
I've lost the visual of the rhino.
Interesting. That lioness has got a couple wounds on her flank. Not bad wounds, maybe just from chasing prey. But what is that? That's 5 now, eh? 5 females. 5th one's just walked past the vehicle. Crazy. Now, I wonder, because I still don't see the male coming out here, I wonder if that was Nyaleti that led the other male off in the opposite direction. Maybe they're still together. No sign. Oh, here comes a male. I'm sure this is Kinky Tail again. Yeah, it is him. He's got quite a fat belly, eh? probably had the bulk of that impala all to himself. Wow, just unreal. So 5 females, 1 male. I can't imagine the other males are too far away, everybody. I'm sure they all followed these lionesses. This male's busy scent marking. Oh, and the pride are hightailing it, eh? They're out of sight already. So I've located the pride and 1 male lion. They're on Beerstip, very close to Hoofpad, heading south.
Gareth, it was really soft. Can you just repeat that?
Sandy, I've got 5 females from the pride and 1 male on Beerstip. They are heading south, approaching Hoofpad.
Wow, okay, they've moved fast since this morning then.
Indeed.
Once they've come south, heading south, we'll probably respond, thanks.
Copy, thank you, eh? You can hear Sandy's surprise as well, everybody. Oh, here's a cool shot. Just a whole bunch of lions in the Drakensberg Mountains. Incredible. Yes, Carol. It is very possible that the 2 males are still back Leadwood side. They might have just, fallen asleep and didn't notice at all when the others all got up and left. Beerstip, close to Hoofpad, mobile south.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Sounds like quite a few vehicles are headed our way now, everybody. Very happy we found them some lions. But we're sticking with them, don't worry. These lionesses look like they're hungry. One of them is just up ahead of this male, just laid down next to the road here. Looks like a few of them have. And down goes the big guy. So beautiful.
Guys, we'd like to respond. We're about 2 minutes out.
Copy, I got your audio, you close by? Indeed, Michael, we are spoilt with the lions here on the Rietspruit. So grateful for the regular sightings with them. It appears the lionesses are on the move again. I wonder if they might head towards Mamba Dam for a drink. As I mentioned earlier, we're not too far from that waterhole now. If they carried on at this pace, they'll be there in the next 15 minutes or so. Again, look at that amazing shot, everybody. With the Drakensberg behind these lines. Unbelievable. Just thinking about this male lion, he must be thinking to himself, oh, can you just slow down? I've got such a big belly. This is hard work. Those lionesses are all quite lean, and obviously I don't imagine the male lions would have shared much of the impala with them. Still intrigued to see if all 6 lionesses are here. Of course, the other lioness may have turned up out of view to join the others here. See the male immediately going to the rear end of that lioness. You can tell what he's thinking about. Male's just laid down again, taking the opportunity to give that belly a break. So of course when we first discovered the pride, everybody, or at least that one lioness, they came out of the block where the monkeys were alarm calling, so they were certainly hunting before they all came back together again. Obviously they were unsuccessful, but they must have chased after something that led them to be a bit split up like that, because of course one lioness was that side of the road, and then we saw the rest of them coming out of the block, and the male trailing from behind. Oh, they're onto something here. Look at this. One lioness flanking, and look how alert they all are. There's something up ahead here. You can see the body language of the lioness furthest from us on the road. See how she lowers the head and the shoulders? They're going after something here again. very often what lions will do when they're walking along the road like this, you know, they obviously keep an eye on each other. So the two up front have seen something, and they'll flank the prey, try get around it, and then come from furthest from us back towards that prey and chase the prey back towards these 4 lionesses that are still here. Now the pride knows the game. They hunt together every single day of their lives, of course, so they're in tune with one another's movements. So an incredible ambush tactic.
I'm joining in the next 4-5 minutes.
What is your position?
Yeah, I'm approaching Jackson's post the Hofpad.
Okay, copy that. They're busy stalking something here close to Bierstap Hofpad Junction, so just please approach slowly.
Copy, thanks.
It's probably not going to happen, but anyway, at least I tried. Can see. Copy that. You'll have to just take standby. There's already 2 stations here and a 3rd one en route.
Copy, thank you.
Yeah, so just so you're aware, if you're on standby and not making your way to the sighting, please avoid the area for the time being.
In the river, and there's a bit of static now.
Interested to see what's going to happen here, everybody. This is very exciting. So all going in now, except the one. I'm just thinking back now, when Andrew and I were first checking here around Mamba Dam, we came through the drainage line, which is just beyond that lioness, 100 yards beyond that lioness.
They are south of here.
As we came through that drainage line, there was a herd of about 5 or 6 impala, not too far up ahead of us. And that is exactly where these lionesses are headed now, towards where I saw those impala. The wind is still blowing quite steadily, which will also help these lionesses, give them the advantage. Ah, I can hear impala alarm calling. Impala running. So they've gone after the impala. It's exactly what it was, everybody. But I'm certain they've missed, because this last lioness we saw on the road here didn't run in at full steam. This big guy, he just takes it easy. He's like, I'll let the girls do the work. If I hear them feeding, then I know I can just rush in and take over. Just sneaking past him, everybody, because I just want to see what the lionesses have got to. Oh, they've missed. They've certainly missed. If one of the lionesses had brought something down, you can almost guarantee they'd all be on it by now. They would have heard the death throes of that impala and would have rushed in very quickly to make sure they get their cut of the meal. Our station around Hoofpad Snail Lane, making your way towards the Pride. You can keep coming. They're not stalking anymore. They missed. The other station that responded to the Pride, you're still on standby. So for now, just stand by. I'll let you know when I'm ready to move out. I can hear lions. Distant, but there's lions roaring much further to the south of us, everybody. exciting, eh? I'm having to catch my breath here.
Thanks, Gareth. We will leave the sighting. So we're leaving the Pride now on Hoofpad, heading east with Gareth and Jimmy on lock and Lovers on standby.
Copy that, Lovers. If you copy that, you can make your way now as a third vehicle.
Copy that.
Look at him poised for your camera.
Well, we're in luck, everybody. Now that Sandy has left the sighting, we're not in any rush to move on. There will be 2 other vehicles that will be joining us very soon, but I am going to try my level best for us to stay with this Pride for as long as possible, because they are definitely in hunting mode. You can see the other 2 lionesses now moving on to go search for the next target. Just want to turn the vehicle slightly so you can all see this incredible male lion just posing for us in the road here behind us. Man, is he regal. Shit. Oh, Jan, sorry you had to leave us, but so grateful you got to see all the excitement. Have a lovely day. We'll see you again soon. Stopped grooming there, he heard something. I'm going to stay ahead of this male lion, everybody. The Pride are quite a distance ahead of him, so I'm going to stick with the Pride. We know that guy will catch up eventually, so let's stick with the girls and see what they get up to. What a privilege, eh, folks? Following a Pride on the hunt. Only 5 lionesses. Still not entirely sure if that female that was showing signs of estrus, the Nyaleti female, is here. These 5 certainly mean business. Interesting. Monkeys alarm calling on the Blue Canyon Conservancy to the south of us. I wonder if that isn't the other lion I just heard roaring. These 2 are investigating some sort of scent here just off the side of the road. possibly another predator. It won't be the scent of another lion, that's for sure. Good afternoon, Marcy. Don't worry, I was just as excited. Lovely to have you with us. I hope you're well. Here comes the big boy. We'll let him by. We'll just follow him from here on out behind the pride. It's amazing, I'm listening to these monkeys that are still alarm calling everybody in the Deep Slit River, but not on our side of the reserve, on the Blue Canyon Conservancy side. And what's interesting is these lions are showing it no interest whatsoever. That's because they know where the boundary is, they know where the fence is, they know they cannot get to those monkeys. Because I assure you, lions hear monkeys, they go rushing in because they think it might be another predator that they want to push out of their territory, but at the same time perhaps steal a carcass from another predator that might be feeding there. Interesting as well that guy didn't stop to smell whatever the lionesses were smelling. He's just busy doing some scent marking now. He didn't pick up on that scent at all. You all might have heard that high-pitched bird call now. It's a bearded woodpecker. Sadly just flown away. I can now hear the monkeys we'd heard earlier sounding the alarm again, and I suspect it's because they can see our lions walking up the road here. Glancing back to see if the other males or other lioness aren't perhaps a distance behind us. Doesn't look like it, not yet. Go. Are you as confused as I am, big guy? You and your fat belly. Oh, what a beast. Okay, so those lionesses have gone into this block, would be my guess. Perhaps trying to flush prey out of this block between the road we're on and the fence line. The fence is very close here, everybody. Just 150, 200 yards off. And of course the big guy is just lying back there waiting for the action to take place. And then he'll come rushing in. Last station, go again.
Thank you, Mandala. I'm on off-pad, Junction Village. And I keep coming where I'm off-pad.
Yeah, Afer, make your way. I'm leaving the male lion stationary on Hoofpad, east of Beerstip Junction. The pride have cut south through the block towards fence line. I'm going around to try and relocate.
Okay.
What did they pick up on in here? Now, with the fence being this close, these lionesses are smart. They know that if they chase prey towards the fence, the prey is eventually obviously going to end up being trapped up against the fence line. They might, if they're unsuccessful there, just come back to the road they were on here, everybody. But let's try quickly make our way around and get back to the fence line where I think they'll come out. Hello everybody. If Tumi, the gentleman driving the vehicle that's just driven past me, reports that the pride have come back to the road where the male is there. That'll of course happen if they're unsuccessful here. They might also just come out onto the boundary here, the fence line, and continue on their way. Lost Jackal General. No, Starlink.
There you go, I've got Jackal General again.
Okay.
You in again?
No. Can you try to get hold of Matt?
Yeah, I'm gonna phone him now. The thing is, I don't know if he's still online or not, is it?
Yeah.
How's it? Thanks.
Welcome back. Sorry about that. Once again, not too sure what's happened. The gremlins definitely kicked in. But you haven't missed much, everybody. We are still trying to find these lions that moved through the block. Dumi did see the male get up and move into the block, following the females as well. And it must be somewhere around here. I would imagine they would come out, but they're obviously stalking something. We don't know exactly what's going on right now. It's a heck of a block though, very, very dense block. And so we're just going to stand by, everybody, and wait to see what happens here. Because we know they're in here, of course. Just going to stand by and listen. See what happens. Listen to all the birds chatting here, guys. Dark-capped bulbuls, blue waxbills.
One of the pride, it's Mamba Dam.
Wow, interesting. Somebody's just reported a pride member at Mamba Dam. That must be the missing lioness. I can't believe it would be this pride. Turned off. Can you hear me now, Matt? Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I hadn't realized my pack had turned itself off for some reason. Impala alarm call close to us here, but not on our side of the reserve. red-faced mouse bird calling. Golden-tailed woodpecker calling now. Right, so we got to the bottom of the problem, everybody, eventually. Apologies again for the loss of sound. Yeah, we believe it was a battery issue, so we've just changed batteries on my mic pack. Hopefully we won't have that problem again. So I was just saying now, you would have missed it. I was just saying that Sammy has still got just one lioness that's at Mamba Dam. And that's a good half a mile west of us here, everybody. And I asked him if he'd seen any other Pride members turn up, and he hasn't. So I'm convinced our Pride are still in here with that male stalking something.
Kevin, going on to Blowbunk, I'm not sure what number I am.
Afternoon, Kevin, your number 4.
Cool.
Kevin, did you tell me what that cheetah was doing?
Yeah, I know he said that she disappeared, but he saw clearly enough to know that it only had one cut.
Okay, got it, thank you.
You see anything down there, Andrew?
Checking.
I'm just waiting, everybody, to hear chaos exploding out of this bush. While we were driving down the fence line to this point, I did briefly see a bushbuck. It darted away from us into thick bush before I could stop. That was close by here, literally 60 yards up the road here. It's not impossible that that's what these lionesses were stalking. Awesome to see a bushbuck again. Don't see them a lot here on the Rietspruit. Kind of hope it's not what the lionesses were after. You might be right, Shannon. It could definitely be the tactic they've employed here. Ditch the male in the block and head back to that lioness at Mamba Dam. Just waiting for updates from all the other vehicles that have come into this area. They're driving all the roads around us here. So if the Pride has come out onto the road again, they would have seen them, I'm sure. Dumi, did you find anything on Hoofpad? Dumi for Gareth. Did you find them on Hoofpad?
I'm on off-path, but I have one of us in Ghana heading east along off-path. Now it's approaching Matter's Pass.
Okay, copy. That's the other one. The others must still be in the block here then.
Please come back.
That would be amazing, Michael. And us being here on the fence line, always a good chance of the spotted eagle owl. We often get them sitting on the fence posts. I was just going to say, it's definitely getting darker earlier tonight because of the overcast conditions. Incredible. We've been sat here for a while, obviously, and while we've been sat here, I've heard dung beetles strike the electric strands of the fence behind me at least 8 or 9 times while we've been sat here. They clearly don't pick up on the electric strands and they clip it as they're flying through. Those moments where you just wish you had a little drone that you could just pop up now and fly over this block. Try and see where the Pride is. Right. Got ants in my pants, everybody. Time to move. Either these lions have given up on whatever it was and they're going to come out maybe somewhere back near the road we had them on before, or they're still patiently stalking their prey in this block. Let's just drive down the fence line here a bit and see if they haven't come back out here behind us. Last station, go again.
Yeah, Gareth, Jules here. I'm 10 minutes out for the Lion.
Copy that. I think there's already 4 vehicles here. They with the one lioness that's on Hoofpad heading east. There are no visual yet of the rest of the pride and that one male.
Okay, copy. Coming west from Labor Dam, so I'm taking it slow. And I can jigga a bit. You let me know when I can come in.
Copy that. I'm sure as soon as the space becomes available with that one lioness, you're welcome to head there. I'll keep you updated if I have any luck with the rest of them.
Okay, copy. Do you need a hand to try relocate?
Not for now. There's 4 vehicles in the area, so I think let's just keep it to that for the time being.
Okay, no problem.
Doesn't look like they came out behind us. Now, of course, if they'd caught something, everybody, we would very likely have heard the growls from the pride feeding. Certainly when that male came in and took over. We've heard very little in here. So maybe they are just sitting very quietly, waiting to ambush whatever it is they spotted. Just going to drive very slowly now, everybody, around the block.
My father still heading there on the off path. The approaching way was the other Ghana. I went through.
Definitely, Shannon. I'm better off just sticking to drones for now. Maybe one day I'll get my pilot's license for a chopper. I wouldn't have the first clue what I was doing in the cockpit of that machine. Yeah, you have to get a drone license, but flying a drone's a lot easier. Or getting a drone license is a lot easier than getting a chopper license. So apparently the lone lioness that was at Mamba Dam, everybody, is on the move And she's approaching now where we last saw the Pride and the male, where they cut in. I wonder if she'll be able to pick up on their scent and go in there. It's not going to change anything, to be honest. This block is very, very thick, everybody, so it's quite pointless for the vehicles to try and get in here. And obviously, if the Pride has not come out, they're stalking something in there, so I'd rather just leave them be and let them do what they need to do. We'll just hang around. Copy that. Yeah, there's nothing here on southern fence line. I've driven up and down, so the Pride are still in the block then.
I'm next to the Lala is by. Give me up for Puza. I'll try after Puza. On my way, Kaya.
Jeez, I can't believe how dark it is. Eh? Very dark this evening. Oh, they haven't come out here. Busy searching the trees, everybody, for bush babies, chameleons, perhaps. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Is Trucker spotted them or was that comfortable?
There's now no visual of any of them. They're in this block between this road and the fence. I think they must have laid down.
Yeah.
And it's just too thick. Can't go in there. I'm just going to wait on the road and see if they come back out.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I'm going to go on the southern fence and stay in this area.
Okay, cool.
Keep an eye.
Good luck. Enjoy. Apparently Julie didn't listen to my instructions all too well. Now in the area. Anyway, that's okay. I don't think these lions are going to come out just yet. Perhaps they are just sleeping in the block here. As I was saying, everybody, it's futile and disruptive for us to go crashing through this very dense block towards these lions. We, of course, have been absolutely spoilt with the amazing sighting we've had of them already this afternoon. But what I might just do is go back to where they went into the block here and just stay on the road, switched off for a while and listen. See if we don't hear anything. You never know, they might come back to the road. And we can keep a lookout for owls, bush babies, chameleons while we wait. Imagine an aardvark just walks up the road while we're sitting here in the dark. That would be unreal. Yes, please, guys. Let's find a brown hyena. Come on. I would love that. Although a brown hyena would not want to be here, close to these lines. It's not to say one won't turn up. But that could end up being quite disastrous for the brown hyena. Very close now, everybody, to where they went in. It's just here. Stand by here for a couple of minutes, everybody, and see if we don't hear anything. Beautiful listening to the fiery-necked nightjar in the background. White-browed scrub robin. Betty, I also certainly would love to see lots of different types of other animals. Always trying to find them, of course. Sometimes they show themselves, sometimes they don't. Very often just luck of the draw, really, what we might come across, like the lions with the tracks. It was so exciting, seeing the tracks, seeing where the lioness had lay down, and then of course the monkeys going off. That was incredible. Finding them that way and then just literally bumping into them. But I'm always on the lookout for everything, both small and large. Like I say, I'm not going to spend the rest of our time together here, everybody, because it's very likely these lions are just sleeping in this block. But I just wanted to come and sit here for a couple of minutes and see. We don't hear them. I was just thinking about the male lion. He's very quiet this evening. He hasn't vocalized. Probably doesn't want to tell his brothers where he is because he's lucked out. He's the only one here with the pride. It's also amazing. I was just thinking now, everybody, of how the last lioness that was at Mamba Dam just came walking along the road here. You know, she's long behind them, but picked up on their scent and knew exactly where to go into the bush to reconnect with the pride. It's amazing how strong their sense of smell is. And you must remember, she's literally following the scent of their footfalls, their pads, their tracks on the ground. Obviously she'll smell the bodies of the other cats if they're nearby, but to know exactly where to turn off the road would have been purely by following the scent of the tracks of the rest of her pride. It's quite remarkable. Cheers, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us, bud. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I know that Andrew also loved it. He got quite animated behind me. That's awesome. What an amazing afternoon. Just checking to see if they weren't walking up the road there, but I don't see them. These lions are clever. They've gone into thick bush, a very dense area, I bet you, purely to give us and all the other vehicles the slip. They've settled in now, and they'll wait till they don't hear any vehicles around, and then they'll move out. I love that about these animals. They're happy to let you spend time with them, but as soon as they don't want to be seen, they pick the densest, most difficult areas to move through, because they know these vehicles won't follow them, that they can't get in there, and then they can just be at peace. Right, so let's drive around a bit in the dark now, everybody. Very dark, early this evening. It's wonderful. I'm hoping we might get lucky with some nocturnal animals, birds. Dying to find a bush baby. Been forever. No visual of the pride coming out of the block. Last seen moving south from Hoofpad, east of Madridpad, leaving the area.
Gareth, just confirm there was one male with him or no male?
Yeah, just the male with the kinked tail, only him.
The other two are on Ledwood this morning, on Tortilla side, so they're still there.
Okay, copy that. Now I'm driving back up the road where we found the lions earlier this afternoon, everybody. Wouldn't be surprised at all if we bump into the other two males up here. But just going to take it very, very slowly so that I can scan all of the trees for the owls, for the bush babies, the chameleons, the snakes. Jennets. Often come across large spotted jennets up in the trees as well. They sleep in the natural cavities that form in some of the bigger trees. They sleep in those holes during the day. So sometimes you catch them just as they're coming out of their holes at night. But they do also search for food up in the trees. Insects, birds, rodents, even bush babies. know that Andrew would get very excited if we found a snake in a tree. Our snake fundi. Oh, it's that white belly, Andrew, that reflects. The white belly of a snake really stands out under the white beam of the spotlight. Just switching off quickly, everybody, to listen to the bush. Hoping I might get lucky hearing something like an owl calling close by or some alarm calls. And of course, always listening out for that leopard. Might get lucky and hear the cries of a bush baby. Carol, it went very well, thank you. We had a great turnout, and again today, we were open again today. It was fantastic. Wonderful to see so many people from our community having so much fun. Thank you for asking. Very quiet around here. Let's keep going. Just looking now at a big termite mound off to our right. I have often seen tracks of aardvark in this area that we're in right now, everybody. We're climbing up a ridge, getting up to the pinnacle of this ridge, and that's where most of your termite mounds will occur, and every possibility of aardvark up here now in the dark. We know they're here, we know they're active in this area. Find you're also more lucky with these more elusive nocturnal creatures when the wind is up like it is currently, and the reason for that is they don't hear you coming. The wind is blowing so strong they can only hear the leaves and the grasses rustling and the branches breaking around them, and quite often you get lucky they don't hear the vehicle approaching, because most of these elusive nocturnal animals are not habituated to the trucks, because they don't see them much. We're not very active at night out here, and so when the wind is blowing, we've got a better chance, in my opinion. Oh, there's an owl. Lovely. Look at that, everybody. So sorry that Michael's left us. But what a treat for all of us. The spotted eagle owl. Isn't he pretty? I'm just dulling the light a little bit, folks, so that I don't disturb him too much. Wow. You are so beautiful. Thank you, Velma and Marcy, for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you again soon. Look at those eyes, everybody. Unreal. Looks like he might be thinking about flying off now. These spotted eagle owls, everybody, have got, well, they've got amazing nocturnal vision, but they've also got incredible hearing. They'll pick up on the slightest sound of rodents running through the grass. And then, of course, we'll lock on with those big, massive eyes of theirs and swoop in. Still blows my mind that these owls are completely silent in flight because of the special design of their feathers. So they'll come at their prey from behind them, and very often will catch them completely unaware. Are a beauty. We're so spoilt with our spotted eagle owls here, everybody. A very, very abundant species. See the barring under the tail, eh? Very pretty. Nice to see that. So special. Alright, you beautiful bird. We'll stop blinding you. Thank you for the wonderful sighting. That was incredible. I love that owl. Another big termite mound. Now it's time for the aardvark. that might possibly be the case, Shannon. Look, today, you can't really count today. Today was darker because of the overcast conditions. But we are getting very close to the point where we're going to shift the drive a little bit earlier, as we now obviously approach the darker, or rather the earlier sunset. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Brent, well, I know Brent will make that call. Brent and Charles will make that call. But I must say, I like a little bit of the night drive. I mean, not too much of it, of course. We don't always find too much in the dark, but it's always exciting because you just never know. You might get one of these elusive nocturnal animals, which is always a treat. But yes, we certainly will shift our times pretty soon. So, we've just done one big loop, essentially one big loop away from this main drag where the lions were earlier, everybody. We're going to be going past that point again. So you never know, they might have come out by now. And from here we start heading back towards our camp. Is that a chameleon? That is a chameleon. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they were near the reservoir, so I think I checked.
Hello, buddy.
What's happening with the manual focus?
Okay, no worries. Andrew's just getting that focus right, everybody. Ah, I see what you're saying there, Betty. I will, I'll definitely pass your sentiments on to Charles and Brent. Yeah, we definitely will try and make a plan for you and for everybody else. Look at that, guys. He's so cool. The flap-necked chameleon, everybody. So beautiful. I love it when they got that tail curled up like that. It's our pleasure, Rosemary. Thank you so much for joining us. Love spending this time out here with all of you. And we'll be back again very soon, of course, for some more adventure. This guy's hanging on for dear life in the windy conditions here tonight. So well camouflaged. It's amazing. Beautiful, that tail. Right, I'm going to leave him be, everybody. I don't want to shine on him for too long. Obviously this is a very powerful spotlight, but at the same time it also lights him up to predators, giving away his position. So we'll leave him be. Very nice. past the point of the lions now, everybody. They're obviously still hunkered down, taking a break before their long night of hunting. Can't blame them when you consider the fact that they've walked the entire day. This morning they were on Leadwood, probably just over 4 miles north of us. And so they've been walking the whole day, hunting, I'm sure, as well, the entire day. So they've burnt up a lot of energy. So no surprise that they've taken a break. Also, they'll often do that, after a couple of missed attempts close to sunset, they'll often do that. They'll just take a break, regain their energy, and wait for nightfall. Of course, under the cover of darkness, they're going to be far more successful in stalking prey. So that's also probably a factor that played out tonight. Yeah, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, very sad news from Brent. It's like I said at the very beginning of the drive, it's been a tough couple of weeks. But we are hopeful we'll still succeed in bonding a pack with our males and releasing them here onto the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Those dogs, those males will be released one way or the other. Just hope we can get it right with the next attempt. But thank you to everybody for joining us this afternoon, listening in on Brent's update, and for joining Andrew and I out here in the bush. Once again, we've been royally spoilt here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Phenomenal. Thanks everybody. Andrew and I are going to say goodnight. I hope you all have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world. We'll see you again soon, everybody. Bye for now.